Okay guys, today you may be about to witness my first complete failure. If you watch these videos, you'd know that I promise that even if I make a crappy dish, I'll show the failure. I think this may be my first. I surprisingly did not fail with the tacos, the taco sauce, the meatball sub, although, by the way, I did make more meatballs and I mixed in some sausage and they're way better. But today we're making potatoes au gratin. Now, I've done some of the prep work. Here, let me show you. Okay, I've grated the cheese. I hope that's enough. If it's too much, that's okay, I'll still eat it. Today, here's the potatoes. They're starting to brown a little bit just from being out, but it's not going to make any difference. Now, I didn't want to bore you with showing you how I slice them. I'm not very good with a knife. My knives aren't that sharp anyway. So I just use this part of the grater. I just wanted to show you how I did this, because I mean, you could use a food processor or you could use a knife or whatever, but this was the easiest for me. Now, I didn't have to buy anything. This is all stuff I had. Well, no, that's not true. There are two things I had to buy. I had to buy some cream, something I've never used before for anything, certainly not for cooking, and I had to buy a Pyrex dish. I mean, it's not exactly Pyrex, but it is Pyrex. Can you see that? It is a Pyrex dish. I did not intend to get a Pyrex dish, but there it is. I guess Pyrex is ubiquitous. I don't really have anything else, so I needed to get a Pyrex dish, and I bought some cream. The other ingredients I had, oh, that's enough. That's enough potatoes. So, the other ingredients, pepper, of course. This is some kind of broth. I'm not really sure what kind, but I think it's vegetable broth. Maybe it's chicken broth. I kind of think it's vegetable broth because, you know. And I'm using some garlic. I'm using onion powder. Now, you may prefer to use onions. I don't like onions. I like onion as a flavor, but I don't like the texture. And when you use chunks of onion, the flavor's too strong. I'm the same way with garlic. You've seen the garlic if you saw the sandwich last week or a couple weeks ago or whenever I'm going to post this. But I'm also using oregano just for color. I had it, you know, and I like the flavor. So, and obviously the cheese and butter. So, let's clean this critter. And then we'll get started with the ingredients. Okay, we're going to start with melting some butter and mixing in the onion powder. Probably ought to do that with onions if you like onions, but first we're going to smash up the rocky bits of the onion powder so it's more powdery. But once the butter's melted, I may want to add more butter, but the thing is, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea how much white sauce I need. So, first thing we're going to do is dissolve the onion powder into the butter. Well, the heat is far too high. I'm cooking the butter. Don't want to cook the butter. Probably want to add some more butter to that too. And then we're going to add a whole bunch of onion powder. We'll add some garlic powder later on. The oregano is going to be last because that's just for color more than anything. Although, should add nice flavor to it, I imagine. We shall see. I really have no idea what I'm doing in this. So, here, I'll show you. We'll get back to this in a second. Okay. I've added the onion powder, but I need to mix it up really good. So, I'll do that with a spatula, I guess. Just get the powder rocky bit smashed up so it's more powdery. And I may need to add butter to this because there's a lot. Although we're still going to add cream. And if the cream proves to be too thick, yeah, that needs more butter. So hang on. Okay, it needs a lot more butter. So we'll lop off a big old chunk of this stuff. I bought more butter at the supermarket just in case I needed it. So let's not cook this stuff. We just want to melt it. Okay, now I'm going to add the cream. I don't know how thick this is going to be. Pretty damn thick, actually. I may have to thin that out with some milk. I don't know how thick we want this cream sauce to be. Maybe we won't need the flour. Oh yeah, did I mention the flour? May need to use flour. But I may not need it because I was just going to use it as a thickening agent, and this is, I don't know, it's coming out fairly thick. It's just, this onion powder doesn't want to mix in that well. But now we're going to add some flavoring. We're going to add some broth to this. Mix it up. That's going to be plenty salty. So, I mean, ingredients always have, a lot of ingredients already have lots of salt. So yeah, that's a little thick. This isn't the perfect milk for this. It's 2.5%. It's not whole milk, so I just want to thin it out a little bit. I really don't think I'm going to need the flour for this, unless I just use too much milk. In which case, it's the sauce is thinning out, but it's a little bit. And it's also not as chunky, so that's working out pretty well. Add some garlic. It's that dry garlic stuff. It's not garlic powder, but God, I hope I didn't use too much broth. Okay, some pepper. Well, this is not a huge investment in time anyway. So, let's see, am I forgetting anything? Let's see, butter, cream, broth, pepper. I guess we're good. That's our white-ish sauce. So let's turn that off. That's thick. I think that's thick enough. Okay, now let's get out the Pyrex. Now we're going to do, whoops, let's go back. We're going to do a layer of potatoes, some cream and cheese, more potatoes, some cream, and then lots of cheese, and then bake it. That's it. I think. I mean, I don't know what else we need to do. Yeah, potatoes are a little bit ugly. That's Lesson learned. Don't cut up potatoes or whatever until you're ready to use them. Unless you don't care if they're ugly, and I really don't, not deep in my heart. So cream and some cheese. Alright, let's see how this works. Probably need a spoon for this. I've got my large-ish spoon here. Actually smells pretty good. I used all the cream I have, so hope I have enough sauce. I may not. Like I said, this could well be my first YouTube complete failure. Okay, now we're going to put some cheese on top of that. And then the rest of the potatoes, the rest of the cream, well, white sauce. And the rest of the cheese. You don't need to have a huge amount of cheese in the middle section. But, you know, I want enough. And I taste that white sauce. I don't know, it tastes all right. Okay. I'm gonna need to grate more cheese though. Fortunately, I got plenty of cheese. Because I always have cheese. Cheese is, you know, cheese is a staple in my house. But, you know, it's the same cheese as always. I only can get that cheddar cheese. I mean, that's fine. That's good enough. But you may want to use other cheese. And again, you may want to use some Parmesan cheese as well. Again, couldn't find any at the supermarket. Okay, that's it for the potatoes. Potatoes are done. And we're going to need more cheese than that, I think. Perhaps, because we want a nice crispy cheese thing at the top. All right. Okay, all the ingredients are put away, but that's not enough cheese. I also screwed up. I need more aluminum foil, and I don't have any, and I'm not gonna go buy some, so I'm just gonna cover it with what little aluminum foil I have, hope for the best, and then leave it uncovered for the very last bit. I'm putting so much cheese at the top because I want that crunchy, cheesy crust at the top, like I said. Is there such a thing as too much cheese? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. I can't believe I screwed up with the aluminum foil. The rolls come so small here that, you know, you run out faster than you think you're gonna. So, I don't know, is that enough? I mean, there's cheese. So, this is all the covering it gets. That's all the foil I have left. I don't think that's going to do much, but I don't know because I've never tried it. So, now let's put this in the oven. All right. Okay, I'm going to put this in. I'm also going to put in the leftover half sandwich that I had yesterday. So, because I'm hungry, haven't eaten today yet. So, may as well heat this critter up too. And I've got class in about 20 minutes, so I'll uncover this in about 15 minutes and let it cook for the rest of the time before my class. Now I'm going to finish cleaning up, and that's it. That's it. I'll show you when it's finished. Okay. I'm losing daylight because I had 2 hours of class in between the last section and now. And you know, I had the dish in the oven, and then I had to turn the heat off and go teach class, and then I came back and turned the heat back on. That's not an ideal way to bake something, but I don't know. I'll show you what we got. Now there's what it looks like. It's a little bit disappointing. I wanted to have more crispy stuff like I have around the edges. I wanted it to be more, I don't know. May have something to do with the type of cheese, may have something to do with the fact that I don't have heat at the top, just at the bottom. It's a really old oven. So, I don't know, it is what it is. Let's see what it tastes like. I'm not very hungry right now, but you know, this will keep. And again, like I said about the sandwich, I'm a little bit afraid of this because I really had no idea what I was doing. So, maybe complete shite. It may be okay. I don't know, we'll see. It's a little watery. Let's move this over here. Okay. Okay, and now we'll see how it tastes. It's not the best looking thing, but I'm not really all about the looks. I'm more about what it tastes like. I'm a little bit afraid of this thing. Hot, hot. Well, like I said, it's a little bit watery, but the potatoes are cooked enough that, you know, they're not like raw potatoes, they're all crispy or anything. Let's get some of this cheese crust from the edge, because that's what I'm all about. I really like that cheese crust. So that's a bit of a disappointment. But, sorry, should be showing what I'm doing. There we go. I'll stoop down when I go to eat it. So, got a bit of the cheese crust there. And let's taste it. Yeah. Okay. Well, success comes in scales. You know what I mean? Something could be more successful than another. I would not say this is a failure. I am not admitting failure with this. It's not perfect. But it is potatoes au gratin, and it is tasty. So, I'm going to call this a mitigated success. It's all right. The flavors are there. It's a little bit more watery than I would like it to be, but it's not bad. No. I got the smallest Pyrex dish that I could actually get. And in the store, it looked pretty small because they had some pretty big ones, like family size and, you know, for events or whatever. This is the smallest one I can get. And in the store, it looked pretty small. Here, it looks fucking huge. How long is it going to take me to eat all of this? Because this little bit that I took out, I haven't finished it, and I'm already getting full. So that's an issue. But I got the video out of it. And the recipe, such, you know, as it is with me and recipes, it's not bad, it's all right. It's tasty. I'll eat it. Ask anybody who knows me well. I'm a fairly picky eater, so it's not horrible. If it were horrible, I'd throw it out. I'd admit it, but it's not. It's not a failure. It's a mitigated success, but it's not a failure. So there we go. I'm doing all right. So thanks for checking out the video. Buttons and bells and all that happy horse shit. And I'll see you next, or no, I won't see you at all. You'll see me next time if you choose. So, all right, bye.